Hi there, it's Ina here, and it's time for another art journal page. I will be using this magazine image. I also pulled out some old book pages, nice and faded ones, and I have this little bag of little bread ties, which I want to use for some extra texture. So I simply start by removing some of the excess paper and gluing the image down using matte medium. Try to get it down without too many little wrinkles, so I use this tiny little art squeegee I have, but a credit card would work as well. Next, I will be adding bits and pieces from my two old books. I want to cover up part of her face and also the rest of the page. So I'll get back with you as soon as that's done. I fixed the edges a little bit, and now everything is ready for the next step. And I'm using these little bread ties. Those are the things you get, yeah, when you buy your bread. They're just made out of plastic. They come in all these funny colors, but that's all going to get covered up. So I want to use them for extra effect, extra texture. As soon as I'm happy with the placement, I use my tacky glue to attach these things, and then I let them dry a little bit. And then I cover them in gesso. I cover them a couple of times, and I also add a little gesso just around them on the page right in this corner. The next step I will be taking is using little strips of tissue paper to cover these up one more time. The reason for that is I worked with these bread clips before, and they're a little stubborn and tend to come loose after a while. So this will secure them safely to the page and also add extra texture, which is always welcome. Now, because this project takes a bit of drying, so in between, I turn off my camera, do something else, and come back. And then there's always a danger that I forget to turn my camera back on. And this is what happened here. But I'm backtracking for you. All I did, I used my ink pad in yellow and orange and went all around the face. And now I am finishing it up by adding some violet, all just ink pads together with a piece of fabric. I really do enjoy using this technique once in a while, and you have seen me use it before. It just makes it easy to blend colors. It gives a very subtle first coloration to a page, and it also brings out the texture really well, like you can see here on those little bread ties. As soon as I'm happy with the way this looks, I will be going on by mixing some of my primary element powders to get a nice violet color. And I'm doing just drippage and water spray. And I get back to you as soon as this part is done. Now, I don't think the camera really picks up how nice and shimmery and shiny this purple is, but maybe later on in the photos you can see it. So now it's time for a little contrast. So I'm using some stencils and black acrylic paint. I choose an old clock face and some gears for this. Now this one is actually a mask. As you can see, you go all around the edges and it gives it a nice fuzzy outline, which I like. Now, do I plan ahead every step in these pages? No, I don't. I did know the first three items, which I showed you at the very beginning, but then I just go by feeling. All right, so far so good. Now I'm adding a few black lines using my credit card, both on the right and on the left side, and that pulls everything together a bit. So after my splatter is dry, I'm giving my page a simple border first with my brown Pitt Pen big brush marker, which blends out a little bit, and then some black archival ink. Here I'm using my metallic rub-ons, a little bit of a copper color, just to bring a little more shine and definition to those little bread clips. Now this gives a very subtle effect, and I'm not even sure if the camera picks it up, but well, it's there. Next, I'm actually going over the yellow one more time to intensify it a little bit. And now I'm using my gel pens in two different shades of purple to change her eye color, to match the page a little bit more and, well, make it a little more dramatic. So after the purple is down, I use my permanent marker to color the middle of the eye, and then my white Signo pen for a little highlight. And to bring a little extra interest, I use glossy accent just over the iris. And again, I forgot to turn back on my camera, but all I did, I used my Posca pen for a little highlight on the upper left corner of those brad tags, and now I'm using my Stabilo All and some water to do a little shadowing on the right bottom corner. Now all that's left is to add a word. I chose the phrase keep looking. Now my little alpha set here is out of E's, but it has those little more older-fashioned A's with the loop on the top. So if you cut off the loop and turn it around, it makes a perfect E. Just a little tip in case that ever happens to you. So as soon as all my stickers are down, I will outline them with my skinny Sharpie, and I think that's it. Now, I'm quite happy with the way this purple came out. I'm not a big purple lover usually, but sometimes it's important to step out of your comfort zone, and I'm happy with the combination of colors on this page. Of course, I will give you a little close-up. So here's my page one more time. I hope you can see the little glimmer in her eye, which I think is really cool. And I'm glad they match the rest of the page. I hope you enjoyed watching me put this together. Like always, thank you so much for coming. See you real soon again. Bye bye for now.